So if you shoot weddings, there's one lens that everyone seems to be going to now, and it seems to be the lens that is kind of the one and done situation where actually people are using it for most situations, especially if you're like a solo shooter or you want that low aperture but you want to still use zooms and not have to use primes and switch between primes and different bodies and stuff like that. This lens does it all. If you haven't guessed already, it's the Sony 28-70 f2. Now, I've been using this lens for a while and it is incredible, don't get me wrong, but there's one feature and absolute pain in the backside of a problem that no one really talks about, and I've not found it online anywhere. I've not seen anyone mention it. I've not seen anyone come up with a solution. Now, the issue I'm talking about is the fact that this has an 86mm filter thread. It's massive, but the problem with it is that not a lot of companies make filter threads for 86mm or above. Problem is that a lot of the companies now who do make the filter threads, they make the step-up rings, but the step-up rings, I don't know if you've noticed, if you've got the 28-70, the actual filter thread itself is a lot deeper. So you can't use a standard filter thread on this lens. So Polarpro have come out with the 86mm coarse thread step-up ring. Now the step-up ring for this one in particular is 86mm coarse thread to 95mm coarse thread. Now if you know anything about lenses, the bigger lenses tend to have deeper thread pitches. So with the thread pitches, that means that obviously if you try and put a normal size thread filter step-up ring onto this lens, it will either ruin the thread or basically just won't screw on at all. So you need to get the coarse thread from Polarpro, which means that it's a little bit of a deeper pitch and it just basically screws on a little bit easier. The good thing for me specifically now, and I'm going to show you two options, because I shoot weddings on either an FX3 or now an FX6. Now with the FX6, it has built-in ND filters. If you have built-in ND filters and you like a mist filter, the Peter McKinnon 135 from Polarpro is the best option. Let me just put this on and I'll show you what it looks like. That's actually, let me get a smaller one. This is a 67mm filter, another Polarpro Peter McKinnon VND. So that's a 67 and that's the 95. So there is a significant difference. You need the bigger one to basically cover the whole lens. What I also will say is that it might not be the cheapest option in terms of filters and step-up rings. What I will say is that if you buy and you're on a budget, you can buy the biggest one and then buy step-down rings to then fit on all your other lenses. If you're using this lens, this is probably the only lens that you're using, to be honest. The step-up ring is now on, and you can see now that I love a black mist. I just think it just blooms the highlight perfectly, and it's also not too harsh as well. But on this lens, like I say, that's the filter thread. Yeah, the Black Mist 135 series from Polarpro. So again, I've been using that with the FX6 because the FX6 has built-in ND filters. But if you're using an FX3 or any other video camera that doesn't have built-in NDs, this is the way to go. This is the Peter McKinnon VND Mist Edition. That's a mouthful, from Polarpro. It's got clickable stops, obviously, for your ND. This is a 2-5, but they also do a 6-9. For me, that is just the best option to use a VND on your 28-70. If you're looking for one, there'll be a link in the description below. And if you don't already and you think this content is valuable to you, like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.